My makeup is so glowy and dewy, it makes me feel so confident in my skin, enough to use my back camera on my very acne prone skin. This is exactly what I did to get this. Hello you guys, coming out here with a fresh face. We just have on a little bit of skincare, a little bit of makeup prep, but this is what my skin looks like. No filter, no retouch, no nothing. I'm very acne prone, some redness, obviously some scarring. Let me show you guys what I use. I go straight from my skincare into my makeup, but I always do a layer of hypochlorous acid just to bounce back that hydration. I have dry, sensitive, acne prone skin. And then always SPF every single day. This one is incredible underneath makeup because it's very hydrating, but I love this Ulta MD one just as much. If you follow me, you know I have quite the amount of videos raving about this product right here, and I'm scraping at the bits of it. This is the Dibs Love Beam Perfector. Blending that in, this is shade number 2. I also love shade number 3, and you guys have sold this out before because it's my perfect glowy makeup base product. Like, the glow that this gives my skin is actually insane. Also, it's important to note that when you perfect your base, the rest of your makeup that you put on top of it, so like your bronzer, your blush, everything is going to look perfect because the base itself is perfect. Clearly I need a Sephora run because all my makeup's running out. This is my favorite Acne Safe foundation from Lawless. I blend my foundation out with my fingers first. I know this looks insane, but it's going to give you the most coverage with the least amount of products for preventing any type of caking, creasing, or heavy feeling. I then take a brush and really stamp this in. This will pick up excess product, but also make sure it's all pressed in. Like I said, this is where I'm spending the most time. Our third step is to take a dampened beauty sponge and do the exact same thing. Then you can just add a little bit more product on the spots you need more coverage. So for me, that's my cheeks, and this is what the skin's looking like. It already looks a million times better. Also, peep that glow that's underneath the skin. See how it looks like my skin's glowing from within? That's different from like a highlight glow on top of the skin. I go right into my cream contour or bronzer. This is shade number 4 of my favorite Dibs Duo Stick, and this is the places that I do. My number 1 makeup recommendation, especially if you're a beginner, because it's so easy to use, but it's also just amazing and very buildable. Look at how well that just melts right into the skin. My blush today, I'm going to mix shade Cherry Pie of this Lawless cream blush. The same blush in the shade Angel. This is my favorite because it's like the most pinky natural look, and I'm just going to kind of roughly blend that. Don't worry about the nose. The 109 mini brush and just kind of swirl those around here, going all the way up underneath the eye. I go pretty heavy-handed because we're going to clean this up with concealer. By the way, every single brush, product, code, shade, everything you need to know is in my LTK. And me sharing my makeup and my get ready with me every single day is not to claim that I'm an expert. It's just to give you guys a resource and give you guys some visibility on how to cover up acne, my favorite products, tips and tricks, and ways to make you feel more confident. Like I said, we're cleaning up with concealer. I love the Kosas and Tower 28 mixture, but this is the Natasha Denona one. This has a high coverage. It really is nice and it blends beautifully. You guys can probably tell by now I'm a very much makeup brush over sponge girl. See what I mean? Look at how brightening this is, and I bring it all the way out here. I try to build up my foundation on my cheeks where I need more coverage, but if I was spot concealing with concealer, I go the House Labs route. I just find it to be a little bit thicker so it stays on the texturing a lot better, and then I always do go in between makeup steps and blend this out with a sponge. See how it just calmed the blush down and everything looks like one component instead of like separated steps. I love a 2-step powder process. So first I use a pressed powder. I like to do this with a brush. I just want a very thin light layer. This is doing nothing more than just laying down a little bit of a base. That way when we use loose on top of it, it's not going to cake up. Also very brightening. Now using the Kosas loose powder in the pink to brighten, but also this is going to set down everything and erase every single pore under the eye. See how it just made everything creaseless under the eye? Best bronzer to ever do it, this Dibs one, because it has this like glow sheen to it that gives your skin this filtered look, and it truly is so beautiful. The infamous eyeshadow routine. First you use that same bronzer all over the eye. So the base layer for eyeshadow is the bronzer. Also run this down the sides of my nose as a powder nose contour. And I always top it off with this Valentino Eye to Cheek palette. It's essentially just like a powder blush, but something about this specific like tone or color looks so beautiful on the eye, especially if you have green or blue eyes. And I love using makeup products that are in my routine in different ways. So like my bronzer as my bronzer, also as my nose contour, also as my eyeshadow. You just build that up until you like the color. Status Stick as my nose highlight. I also use this as a body highlight too. Just gives you the cutest little button nose. Brows are always the same. This is the Benefit brow gel, but if I'm filling them in, I like to use the L'Oreal Paris brow filling pen. My blush is also from Dibs. This is Spice Girl. Very buildable formula, but once again gives us a little bit of that glow. Don't forget about the nose, and then whatever's left over I kind of swipe over the forehead and chin. Instead of it being like blush, I want it to look sun-kissed. I like to spray the face once before I finish with the lashes and the lips. This is one of my favorites, the Impeccable. Curl the lashes. Pink Slip Lip Liner by Lawless. Lawless has some of the best lip products. This is Strawberry Milkshake. Mascara today is the Maybelline Colossal Bubble Mascara, one of my favorite drugstore mascaras. Always finish off with one more layer of setting spray. And here is what the final makeup looks like. Every single product, shade, code, everything you need to know is in my LTK for you.